Hello and welcome to this short tutorial on Chicago Turban style. This is in the 17th edition format. So let's start right at the beginning with the title page. Your title page does not have a page number, and you should already get your paper set up by setting your margins at 1 inch on the top, bottom, and on the sides. You then go down roughly 1/3 of the way down your paper, and in Times New Roman 12 and all caps, you then put the title of your paper. If it's more than one line, you keep it as single spaced. You then move to 2/3 of the way down your paper and you put your name. Then on the next line, your course name, and then on the next line, the date that it is due. You have all of this in single space, and like mentioned before, 2/3 of the way down your paper, you just have to kind of eyeball it. All right, jumping on to formatting. You have an example paper here on the right that you can refer to. So, with your formatting, you make sure that everything is double spaced. The only part that you're going to be having single spaced are block quotations. That is when you're going to have it indented and single spaced. You then have your page number up in the upper right hand of your paper, and you start with the number 1, even though you do have a title page, and so it feels like it's page number 2. It is the first page of your text, so that is why you have it be page number 1. Again, make sure that everything is in Times New Roman size 12 and that everything is left justified. And for every single paragraph that you start, you are going to be having an indent for your paragraph. So, moving on to citing. What you're going to do is you're going to have your sources listed with footnotes at the bottom. How in the world do you show that? Well, you use a superscript, a little tiny number, at the end of the sentence where you use the information. So you just go and make either a little number 1 or a little number 2, and it is different depending on what you're using on how you can do that with Google Docs or with Microsoft Word, and there'll be future tutorials coming to show you how you can exactly do that in different docs. Make sure with your footnotes though that you do not have a superscript at the bottom, but that you have a normal size number 1 followed by the period, then number 2 for your second source, and so on and so on. Do not use Roman numerals or anything like that, but just the Arabic numerals, and make sure that they are in normal size, Times New Roman 12, which might be a little bit more complicated in Google Docs. Now moving on to those footnotes, this is where you do have some changes with the 17th edition. As you can see, the footnotes are single spaced but double spaced when you're going to the next one. And then when you go and use, say, Thucydides, the history of the Peloponnesian War, a second time you then get to shorten it. And you use it a third time, you get to shorten it even more. But make sure that you are always listing your page numbers. That's very, very important. And that is all you're going to be doing now. You are not going to be writing anything else for your footnotes except for that whole bibliographic note, or the shortened one if you're using the source more than once. Just make sure that you have that indent on the first line, as you can see here, and that you have all of the proper information. Now, moving on to your bibliography. Your bibliography, you start with the title bibliography. Make sure you're still having your page numbers, and this is where you're going to be using hanging indents. Again, there will be another video coming to show you how to do it, but if you search YouTube, there's plenty of examples that can show you in your document that you're using. You can use bibme.org or others to help you create the bibliographic citation, or use sites like Purdue OWL to know exactly how to do it. But make sure that your sources are single spaced and then double spaced in between the sources. Thank you very much. Please make sure to subscribe below, and you can get more information at Learning the Social Sciences on our Facebook page. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.